Turkey is witnessing its worst protests in over a decade, with aggressive demonstrations erupting across the country in response to the arrest of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem Imamoglu. The protests, which began on Wednesday, have spread to over 55 provinces, with clashes reported between riot police and protesters. Imamoglu's arrest on charges of terrorism and corruption has sparked widespread outrage, with many viewing it as a politically motivated move to prevent him from running in the 2028 presidential election. The protests have been marked by violence, with riot police using tear gas, rubber bullets, and percussion grenades to disperse the crowds. Meanwhile, Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan on Saturday said that the main opposition was engaging in street terrorism.
The Republican People's Party (CHP) attempted to provoke our nation over this corruption operation. They have been doing everything they can for 4 days to disturb the peace of the nation and polarize our people. From insulting anyone they encounter to attacking our police officers who are only doing their jobs. From intimidating our members of the judiciary who are investigating corruption reports to suppressing the national will with street terrorism, they have it all.
Baskı altına almaya kadar ne ararsan.
The demonstrations were called by the main opposition CHP, which was on Sunday to formally name Imamoglu as its candidate for the 2028 presidential race. The opposition CHP party has vowed to continue the protests. The pro-Kurdish opposition DEM, the third party in parliament, has also thrown its support behind the protests.
We are here to improve who we are, our future, our life from now on. We can neither survive as a university student nor as a laborer. We are trying to make a living with the 3 pennies we get, as if it's not enough. We are trying to support our family. Actually, we are here for democracy.
Whatever the people want should happen. I think he should go. If everyone is here, there must be a reason. For example, presidents in foreign countries resign when they face the reaction of the people. Here, they do not.
The protests are the biggest in Turkey since the massive demonstrations of 2013, which began at Istanbul's Gezi Park to protest its demolition and spread across almost the entire country. Antara Sinha for DD India.
And my colleague Tanvi Taneja is tracking this story closely, joins us live from New Delhi. Tanvi, what details can you share about the terrorism charges, corruption charges faced by Istanbul Mayor Ekrem Imamoglu?
Yes, Shubhendu. Well, not very much is known about the charges Ekrem Imamoglu is accused of, but we do know that he was arrested at an early morning raid at his residence and on charges of financial fraud, corruption and terrorism charges. Well, he's been accused of inciting unrest in the country. Some media outlets also say that he has been aiding allegedly the outlawed Kurdish Workers' Party, and he's been using his position for political gains. Now, these are all the charges that Ekrem Imamoglu has categorically denied. Now, what is important to remember that Ekrem Imamoglu is the main political rival of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So, protests against his arrest have been going on for the 4th night. Now, these protests are not just in Istanbul or Ankara capital, which is the capital, but it has now spread nationwide to across, 81 provinces of Turkey. And now it is being seen by the youth, like we saw in our report, as an attempt by the administration to stifle the voice of democracy. So these protests have are being controlled by massive massive outrage, and police is using tear gas, water cannons to actually control the crowd. And what is now expected today, the court is expected to have another questioning round of Imamoglu and is going to give its ruling whether to jail him or release him.
Right, and a little more on that. In view of the widespread protest in the that the Istanbul mayor, as you mentioned, is projected as the main opposition candidate to President Erdogan. What are the political implications of the mayor's arrest?
So Ekrem Imamoglu is the main political rival of Recep Tayyip Erdogan. And what is important is that the timing of his arrest, so within the next 2 days, he was going to be officially nominated as the party leader of the Republican People's Party, which is the main opposition party of Turkey. So, and that party meeting was to happen today on Sunday, and it was supposed to be, attended by 1 million party workers. So if that would have been fructified, Ekrem Imamoglu would have it would have solidified his legitimacy as the main rival of Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So this is important to see, and as political observers are saying that this arrest is going to be a dare for Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and Ekrem Imamoglu's wife has also said that this is a targeted attempt to arrest the future leadership of Turkey. But the elections are still 3 years away, so people's perception can be, diffused. But the political implications of Ekrem Imamoglu's arrest are only going to play out from here.
Right. Tanvi, thank you for those updates.